Okay, tonight's video is about multi-step story problems. Last night we did single step, one-step story problems. Tonight we have multi-steps. Our focus will be on the information given and what the question asked is. We're not just looking for key words to try to figure out what to do. No more looking for just the word total to think we have to add, or looking for how many more than to just think we have to only subtract. We need to pay attention to all the details and really think about the problem as a story. We're going to be also needing to use the PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, to make sure that we do the steps in the correct order. If you follow PEMDAS, we do what's in parentheses first, then exponents, which you will not see till 5th grade, then any multiplication that is in the equation, and followed by division, then addition, then subtraction is last. And of course, as always, we are working from left to right in the problem. Our first example is a problem like this, and just right off the bat you're thinking, that's a lot of words. Don't panic, just take it sentence by sentence. The class is filling bags of popcorn for the school's fall carnival. Mary has filled 3 bags of popcorn. Thomas has filled 9 times as many as Mary. What is the overall total amount of the popcorn bags that have been filled? So again, focusing on the information given, I've done it in blue, and I've circled the numbers and the names that are important. I've boxed in my math action words, which is times as many and total. So we're not ignoring keywords, but we're not just only looking for keywords. We have a lot of other stuff to think about. And I've also underlined the question. All right, so now we're going to try to figure out what will our equation look like, and could we maybe draw a model to help us along the way? I'm going to start pulling out some of the information given. I know that I'm looking at Mary and Thomas, so I'm going to have, and this might not be a picture model, but at least it's getting the information organized. Mary and Thomas. And I know that Mary has already filled 3 bags, so I know that Mary equals 3. And I know it says Thomas has filled 9 times as many as Mary. So that means that Thomas has done 9 times as many as Mary has done. But the question, if I reread, is asking what's the overall total amount of popcorn bags that have been filled, meaning from the both of them, the total amount. Well, I don't have a number here, so I need to figure out what is 9 times 3, and that's 27. And now I put my 2 subtotals together to get a grand total, and 27 plus 3 equals 30. So now that I've got my 2 subtotals, I put them together for a grand total of 30, and that's how many bags of popcorn have been filled. That's the total bags. And this looks a lot like those box models that we had been doing, where Mary would have been 1 box and Thomas would have been 9 times that. So you would have had 9. And then you would have calculated all together to figure out what your total is. You would have 3 times 10 is 30, which is the answer we did already get. And for an equation, our equation would look like this. We need to put those things together in order to get that total of 30. So we started with our 3. We added the 9 times 3 to it, 9 times 3, and it equaled 30. sure when we're looking at our PEMDAS notes that we've done it correctly. We did what was in parentheses first. That's this part. So we bring down, and this was, remember we talked about line by line algebra. So we bring down what we're not using. We solve the 9 times 3. And there you have it. That's a simple 2-line algebra. All right, now here's one for you to try. And when I'm done reading, you should pause the video and reread it yourself and try to work it out before you unpause the video and check your work. All right, Ashley runs 2 miles on Monday and 3 times that on Tuesday. If she wants to run a total of 20 miles this week, how many more miles does she need to run? Go ahead and pause the video. And remember, you're going to want to underline the question and notice the key details and numbers that you need to be focused on. Not just your math action words, but the details of the story. Take it slow, go line by line. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, so far you should have your key information underlined, circled, boxed in, and pulled out to organize your thinking, however works for you. This is what works for me. I know I'm looking at Monday and Tuesday, so I've pulled those out. I know that Monday she ran 2 miles, and that Tuesday she ran 3 times that. So 3 times that gave me 3 times 2. And I know that she wants to run a total of 20 miles. I'm not sure how many she's run so far because I haven't figured all of this out yet. So I left a spot for that. But I know she wants to run 20. And then I need to figure out, I put the question down here, how many more miles does she need to run? I said number of miles more she needs equals. And then I'll figure out that answer. Go ahead and pause the video again and see if you can figure that out. Okay, so I went ahead and solved my 3 times 2 and got 6. And so now my 2 plus my 6, that's Monday and Tuesday's runs, I put for a total of 8. That's how much she's run so far. She wants to run 20, so 20 minus the 8 she's already run, she needs to run 12 more miles. And that's how we do multi-step problems. We just have to take it one step at a time and pay close attention to all the details in the story, not just those key words. And of course, we need to make sure that we are following our PEMDAS rules, because if we don't go in the order that it is here, we don't get the correct answer. All right, so you always must do what's in parentheses first, then if there's any multiplication, then if there's any division, addition, then subtraction would be the last thing you do. And you will come across problems that will have multiplication and division or other functions in place. So you'll have to know how to follow it. So PEMDAS is real easy. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And make sure you do your quiz questions and I'll see you in the morning.